administration is doing with parts of the southern border wall, the wall that's supposed to keep illegal immigrants out of the U.S. National correspondent William Lajeunesse has the incredible details from Los Angeles. Good evening, William.
Well, Brett, the amazing part is President Trump already said he wants to finish building the border wall. So why would President Biden sell something taxpayers already paid for, knowing it could be used? Yet we found huge sections of the wall on an Arizona highway leaving the border to be sold as scrap for pennies on the dollar. It's going to one of 3 locations in Arizona where President Biden is selling hundreds of tons of state-of-the-art steel wall taxpayers already paid billions for and ready to go in the ground when Trump takes office. According to the auction website, the government is taking bids starting at $5 each for each lot of 40,000 pounds of welded steel and concrete, fence, roughly 150 steel beams. Border Patrol agent Art Del Cueto inspected the bollards and said there was nothing wrong with the panels.
I mean, honestly, that's just a slap in the face, not just to the agents that are out there working, to the American public as a whole. They could have just left these panels alone.
Well, last year, the government sold more than 700 of the 30-foot steel segments for roughly $200 a piece, meaning taxpayers took a loss of about 10 grand for each one. President Trump installed 455 miles of steel fencing. An additional 250 miles was under construction when President Biden halted construction, leaving huge piles of light poles, electrical supplies, crushed rock, and steel rotting in the desert. I found this pile near Yuma about 3 years ago. Now, the incoming border official with President Trump told me he was outraged because they could use these things. Now, DHS had us call the Army Corps of Engineers, which told us to call the Defense Logistics Agency, who handles the auction. They told us to call the Secretary of Defense. And they said, put it in an email.